This week's Energy Pulse video has 3 sections. And what I'd like to do is go into your energetic system as an individual. And then the second part of the video, we're going to start talking about how your individual energetic system ties into that of the collective, meaning all of the humans on this planet. And then in the third part of the video, we'll go into how does this then get influenced by these larger astrological forces at play. And in doing so, I also want to give you my view of how I use astrology in my own life and what kind of astrology I'm using, which is very different than the kind of astrology you might read in a newspaper, for example. So I want to just give you an overview of your energetic system, which is the only one that is going to be in your awareness as a human, but that you're also being influenced by every other being on this planet, and you're being influenced by what's going on beyond the level of this planet. It all gets alchemized through you as an individual, and that's the most important take home of this whole video, is that regardless of your lens, whether you take in an astrological view or what's going on in the cosmos, whether you take in a collective view or what's going on this planet, or whether you're having your own individual experience, all that energy is available to be alchemized back to love within your human body. So I love to zoom out and then zoom back in again, because I think the more that you can have an awareness of all the energies at play, and also know that all those energies that are at play, whether they're collective, whether they're individual, or whether they're cosmic, that the solution for healing them is the same. The solution is taking place within your body to work within your own energetic system so that you're less bombarded by the swirling that's happening out there. So the healing happens within, regardless of what it is that's affecting your individual energetic system. These are all different ways of saying we take ownership of our own healing by going into the body. This is called embodiment. And this is everything that we teach here. Claire and I offer you different tools to help you further embody. Get back into your body and alchemize any dense energy within it back to the frequencies of love. So you, as we've mentioned in the last week's video, you have an energetic system that is all your own. And your energetic system is so complex. It's so incredible. You, during the course of your life, have taken in so much energy. Some of that energy that you've taken in was available to be alchemized on the spot. Okay, this is just a brief review. If you are bombarded with energies from, let's just say it was some traumatic event that happened to you when you were young, that energy came in really fast, and your human body said, okay, I can handle and process some of this, but some of it, it's too much, so we're just going to package it up and store it for a later time. So that becomes dense, unprocessed energy in your body. And the more of those dense, unprocessed energies you acquire throughout the course of your lifetime, the more you're going to be affected by external energies, because there's just a magnetic interaction between what's happening inside of your body and what's happening outside of your body. And so the healing that we're here to do is within our own body, because it not only interferes with how we view ourselves on this planet, but it also interferes with how we interact with the energies outside of ourselves on this planet. Okay, so as an individual, all of the healing takes place within you, and you are the only one designed to do this healing. You're the only one of all of the beings on this planet who has the capacity to go in, connect into those dense, unprocessed parts of you, and breathe into the center of it. Identify that love lives in the center of it all. Every single dense part of you is made up of the energies of love in a very compressed way. So when you connect into it again, meaning emotions and feelings bubble up as Claire brings us these emotional tools, and we sit with ourselves. We connect in with that energy. We breathe into the middle of it. We hold ourselves in this beautiful sea of love that we're made of, and those energies start to flow through us. We alchemize those energies back to the frequency of love, and then we expand, we evolve, and that's the whole purpose in being here on this earth. That's your soul purpose, is to expand, evolve, and take all those parts of you and alchemize them back to love. That's what this whole self-healing immersion will offer over time. The tools to do exactly that, whether they're the energetic tools that I bring you or the emotional tools that Claire brings you, when they're combined together, they offer you a complete way of getting back into your body and restoring your entire system to love. Okay? So that's you in a nutshell. Now, every single being on this planet is made of the exact same energies, the exact same frequencies. They're made of love. But every single being on this planet has their own set of dense energies. We all come from the same source, okay? We all come from one source of love. So because we're here doing this healing work, and we're connected into the other beings on the planet, by moving into our own bodies and doing our own work, we are then supporting the other beings on the planet in alchemizing our own energetic system, because we're all connected that way. But the opposite is also true. So the other beings on the planet, the other humans on the planet, there are so many, there are 8 billion humans on this planet right now. And not everyone, I'll just say a very small fraction of the humans are diving in the ways that you are by watching this video, by being a part of this platform. And so what we are here to do is not only alchemize our own systems, restore our own systems back to love and support them, but we're also being influenced by their energies as well. So when there's the dense energy that has the same vibration as fear, for example, we actually will then likely at various times throughout our days feel that on some level. Okay, when we go out into the public, for example, right now, or we drive on a road where there are really aggressive drivers, as has been my experience lately, there are a lot of people out there who are bargaining with their own healing. They don't know that they actually are sovereign beings capable of self-healing, as you are learning. And so we interact with all beings and we feel the fear in our own bodies, but then they also get to feel our love. And so it makes it even more important that we do our work so that we can not only support those around us that have maybe not yet committed to doing their own work, but that we also alchemize that energy that we just naturally absorb by living on this earth and being connected to the collective. Okay, so that's how our individual healing can interact with that which is going on the collective level. And right now, the collective noise, the collective fear, the collective wounding is at an all-time high. We're just feeling that more. So the more that you dive into your body and spend time connecting yourself back into wholeness and love, the more you're going to be at ease and at peace inside of yourself while living in the midst of all of this collective chaos that we're seeing. Okay? Now, expanding it back into the expanded view, the cosmic view, I bring in astrology a lot of times. Astrology for me is about energy. Now, it's not about, where is your moon and where is your sun and reading your, astrological forecast. I do feel that these are really interesting ways for us to see how we as beings of light, as energetic beings, are being influenced on a macroscopic level. Okay, so wherever the planets are moving, wherever the sun and the moon happen to be positioned, whether there's an eclipse, whether there is a full moon or a new moon, these enhance your internal energetic experience in a variety of ways. And they make predictions. So they're just that. They're just predictions about times when you may be feeling a little bit more extreme energies from the cosmos. And earlier on in my spiritual awakening, I found it to be incredibly invaluable to go to astrologers who could help me to understand when certain planets moved through different charts within my energetic system. This is a language that I don't actually fully understand because I'm not an astrologer. And I also recognize that the astrological readings that I've had in the past, I've been to a couple of amazing Vedic astrologers. Again, I don't understand their language because it literally is another language. But the take-home message that I received was there are larger forces at play that are guiding me through different phases of my life. Just like there are greater forces at play on a monthly basis that are affecting us as energetic beings. So when the energies out there are magnified, we are likely to be catapulted into an internal magnification of something, right? All energy that is stuck in your body is being magnified to come to the surface right now so that we can look at it and feel it and purge it and transmute it and return to the frequencies of love. That's the end game. We are returning to the frequencies of pure love. And hopefully, with these tools that Claire and I are bringing you in these teachings and these healings, you will get there faster. But this is all about you taking greater ownership over your own internal system, regardless of what's going on out there. So when you know there's a full moon, for example, when you know there's a new moon, I personally find great comfort and take great comfort in knowing that, okay, these next couple days under the influence of this particular full moon, I'm likely to be feeling more emotional energies. A lot of times full moons bring in a lot more emotions. Or during a new moon cycle, for example, we're likely to feel an opportunity birthing within us. We're planting seeds for new growth, new beginnings, new expansions. So we can use these influences on that cosmic astrological plane to help embed change and within us, healing within us. But they're a bridge. They're really a bridge to self-empowerment and self-embodiment of the healing tools that Claire and I are bringing you here. So however this looks for you, whether you need to hold on to, it's the collective today, right? The collective is really supercharged. There's turbulence out there. That's why I'm feeling this way inside of my body. Or, it's a full moon, or it's a new moon, or it's an eclipse of some kind. That's why I'm feeling this way. I was doing that for a long time, and it's really only recently that I started to hold those kinds of external influences a lot more lightly. So I recognize them, I use them as tools, but ultimately we all have to know that the healing is ours and ours alone, regardless of the external influences. So if there's an event that's causing you to feel more emotionally charged, amazing, go in. Right? If there's a collective storm happening out there that's creating some dissonance in your body, amazing. That's your cue to go in and do your own healing. So the tools that we offer here are really your individual tools to alchemize dense energy in your body so that you can become way more resilient, way more whole, way more connected to love, the source of everything that makes you up. So I hope that this video offers you a larger framework for when I bring in the astrologies look like this, or the collective looks like this, or the energies are mounting, or we're going to have all these, coronal mass ejections, which are basically these infusions of energy that come directly from the sun that are helping us to all upgrade in a bigger way, regardless of what I bring in here. And that's why I wanted to offer you this video kind of early on as we're building this platform out, so that you know that you're the one. No matter what's happening out there, it all gets alchemized within you. So enjoy the process of healing. It is intense. It is unbelievably, there are expansions, contractions. There's so much going on at every moment in time. Energy is just flowing. It's moving through you. And the more dense energy you have inside of your body, the more past unfelt feelings and emotions that got packaged into a dense form, the more you're likely to wobble and shift and get blown all around under the collective and astrological influences. But the more that you dive in, the more resilient, rooted, anchored, and whole you become in your own coherent energetic system.